softeners, iron filters, taste and odor filters, whole house reverse osmosis systems. There's bottled water and water coolers, water delivery, irrigation, and more. They also have a complete service department, serving Regina and rural Saskatchewan for 75 years. Water Warehouse, your water treatment specialist, 1540 Park Street or at waterwarehouse.com.
All the fun's at the Creelman Fair, July 19th. Start the day off with a pancake breakfast from 7:30 to 9:30 at Memorial Hall, followed by parade down Main Street at 10. Enjoy the craft and trade show, horse and cattle shows, kids midway, concession booths, beach volleyball and slow pitch, laser tag, bingo, beer gardens, live entertainment, beef on a bun meals from 6 to 7 p.m. and more. Admission's $5. Kids 6 and under are free. That's the Creelman Fair, July 19th.
Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion. Here's your hosts, Ryan Young and Doug Faulkner.
Good afternoon and welcome to Sask Ag Today. Doug Faulkner here alongside Ryan Young for this special edition of Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion near Saskatoon. And of course, Ryan, another big day. It's day 2 of the 3-day event, and you had a chance to speak with Rob O'Connor, the show director, about how day 1 went, and it was a pretty busy one.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to hear a little bit about how he feels the weather especially played a factor in the crowd size, which he felt was pretty good as well. Just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea on this morning especially, it was basically as soon as we got into the venue, Rob O'Connor was right there, so I just hopped out of the GX94 van and did an interview with him right then and there. So it's funny how some things can just literally pop into your lap, so to speak. But we'll have plenty more as well on the program, not the least of which Kevin Hirsch, the Chief Agricultural Editor of SaskAgToday.com. He spoke with Bruce Burnett, who is here at Ag in Motion as well, giving his take on the crop pricing outlook. And of course, we'll have Farm Precision Weather to kick things off here. You're listening to Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion near Langham, Saskatchewan. The official 620 CKRM Farm Precision Weather is brought to you by Farm Fresh Water. Fix your water problems. Visit farmfreshwater.ca. And Shepherd Realty in Regina, specializing in farm and ranch real estate in Saskatchewan. Call Harry, Justin, or Devin at 352-1866.
When you're on the road, don't forget, our Cola Co-op is your home away from home. And they're now your liquor store away from home, too. Attached to the gas bar and convenience store is their 500-square-foot walk-in beer cooler with a wide variety of wine and spirits, too. Heading to the lake or out camping, make our Cola Co-op your one-stop shop. Grab your beer, ice, fuel, snacks, and even hot chicken all in one place. Our Cola Co-op, you're at home here.
If you're going to upgrade to a new combine, don't take half measures. Go all the way with this limited time offer on the Claas Lexion 8600 Combine and the Convio Flex Draper Header. Now through July 31st, get 3.45% financing for 24 months when you purchase both together. An unbeatable deal that delivers big savings, legendary Claas performance, and lower cost of ownership. But hurry, inventory is limited. Contact your Claas dealer or visit claassavings.ca. That's CLAAS savings.ca. Offer valid in Canada only.
620 CKRM on location.
Hi there, it's Gloria Evans, and we continue our fun at Ag in Motion in Saskatoon, or Langham. We are in site number 711, and this is Farm Fresh Water. Brian Tennant is going to be standing by, and they're going to tell you all the things that you need about Farm Fresh Water. They are going to transform your dugout water and bad well water into perfect drinkable water, and the process, Brian and the crew can make it very easy. So there's a couple of key points that we'll be touching on, including the system that doesn't use salt, chemicals, or chlorination while generating no wastewater like conventional reserve osmosis does. So if you have access to any groundwater, you can save the cost of drilling a well. So there's a few things that Brian and the family want you to know about. So again, come and see us today. We're in the the livestock area. It's site number 711. For 620 CKRM, I'm Gloria Evans. Let's toss it over to Nick Catchbarn.
620 CKRM on location.
Thanks, Gloria. I've made it over to booth number 416, Claws of America here at Ag in Motion. Make sure to come on by and see us. Rick joins me, and Rick, so much equipment to check out here.
Absolutely there is, and not only that, what a terrific day, isn't it? The weather is beautiful, but we've got the Zerion tractor in front of us. We've got a model on tracks. We've got a model on wheels. We've got a couple of Lexion combines, again, with tracks and wheels. Don't forget that those tracks have full suspension underneath them. As well, we've got the older Zerion here with the variable cab, so we can spin it around and drive the opposite direction. And we've got everything down all the way down to the Arion tractor, which is your chore tractor, 160 horsepower with a loader on it.
Absolutely. We encourage everyone to come on by right on the corner here. That's 4th Street. Booth number 416 is where you can find us. Come see Rick and the whole experts here at Class of America. For 620 CKRM, I'm Nick Katchmar.
620 CKRM on location.
McDougall Auctioneers is the place to be. It's Cody Glyden broadcasting on 6th Street here at Ag in Motion. If you're coming on by, well, you can play a little beanbag toss, and we've got ice cold water here for you as well. I want to tell you about a sale closing on Friday, a quarter section of farmland and feedlot near beautiful Elkhorn, Manitoba, not too far off the Saskatchewan-Manitoba border, but 160 acres offers a versatile mix of agriculture and feedlot infrastructure. About 120 acres in hay and pasture. The land is fully enclosed with high-tensile multi-strand electric perimeter fencing and interior electric cross fencing. And the property also includes summer off-site watering in 2 locations and 1 winter off-site watering location. You can check that one out online at McDougallAuction.com.
Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion. Here's your hosts, Ryan Young and Doug Faulkner.
Once again, you're seeing some smoke, while most of us are just seeing a partly to mostly sunny sky. Both Regina and Yorkton seeing temperatures near or just above 20, with varying amounts of clouded sunshine through the afternoon. Also, very little wind to speak of across most of the province for today. Not too much cloud cover either, but there's a little more of it tonight. We'll average partly cloudy through the night and partly sunny tomorrow. Down to 12 for Regina tonight, near 9 in Yorkton, and all areas around 21 tomorrow. You'll be near 21 at the Ag in Motion, but you'll also have a chance for a couple of showers passing by. Well, most of us should be just fine as far as dry conditions go. Thursday night into Friday, we'll have a mainly clear sky. We've got a nice end to the week. Temperatures, while a little below normal today and tomorrow, we're back to at least closer to normal, 23 for Friday, a partly to mostly sunny sky. A bit of cloud cover begins to gradually increase on Saturday, a partly to mostly sunny sky overall. A bit of late-day cloudiness coming in. We'll see 26, Regina 25 in Yorkton, and isolated showers and thunderstorms possible for the Regina area, still up to 27 for the high, then cooling off a little bit on Monday. For the Yorkton area, a better chance for some showers, even a couple of heavier showers during the afternoon, and that will shade the temperatures off a bit, high around 23. We do run some slightly cooler temperatures and a little more grayness to start off next week.
Thanks, Phil. Looking at the normal highs for this time of year in Regina, 26. The lows around 11 degrees. Sun rose in Regina at 5:05 this morning, and the sun will set at 9:03 tonight. Around the CKRM listening area, Assiniboia, Estevan, and Swift Current, 18 degrees. 17 in Moosomin, 19 in Saskatoon, Weyburn, Yorkton, and Melville. The provincial warm spot for the hour is in South End at 22 degrees, and the cool spot in Cypress Hills at 15. In Moose Jaw, it's mostly cloudy sky with the winds calm and a temperature of 18 degrees. In Regina, partly cloudy with a west-northwest wind at 5 kilometers an hour. The humidity is at 54%. Temperature at 19 degrees, and the barometric air pressure is at 102.4 and falling.
As for the GX94 listening area, temperatures around the region this hour. The Paw is at 21 degrees, Swan River 20, Dauphin 19, Brandon and Roblin 18, Shoal Lake Russell 17. Hudson Bay is at 19, Broadview Moosomin 17, Indian Head 18, Wynyard Wadena Kelvington 19, and the Yorkton Melville region has a partly cloudy sky. a northwest wind at 17 kilometers per hour. 44% is the relative humidity, and the temperature is 19 degrees. Yesterday, Yorkton reached a high of 19 degrees and dropped to a low of 9 degrees. There was no precipitation recorded in the 24-hour period ending at midnight last night. The normal high for Yorkton on this date is 24 degrees. The normal low is 12 degrees. The sun rose in Yorkton at 4:53 this morning, and it will set at 8:58 tonight. Extreme temperatures for Manitoba and Saskatchewan yesterday. The Manitoba hotspot was Great Falls at 21 degrees. The cold spot was Thompson at +4 degrees. The Saskatchewan hotspot yesterday was Uranium City at 21 degrees. The cold spot was Meadow Lake at 0. And that's a look at your agriculture weather. Please stay tuned. Sask Ag Today will continue from Ag in Motion right after these messages.
Sask Ag Today is brought to you by Johnston's Grain, your first and last stop for grain pricing and crop protection.
Johnston's Logistics. That's the name for your truck freight forwarding needs. They offer you the best quotes in the industry on bulk hopper, deck, van, and reefer shipping within Canada and into the United States. Next time you're looking for a freight rate to haul grain or fertilizer, think Johnston's. Next time you're looking for a rate to move a piece of machinery, think Johnston's. Next time you're looking to move van or reefer cargo, you know the name, Johnston's. For a highly competitive quote, call 844-324-7778.
620 CKRM on location.
Hi there, it's Gloria Evans, and we have moved over to Farm Fresh Water. Brian Tennant is in the house and explaining to people what their whole process is of Farm Fresh Water. Dugouts to ro.com if you're looking for the website to find out, or if you're coming to Ag in Motion. And I might be able to squeeze Brian in here if he's got half a second. Brian, you've got about 30 seconds to talk about the product, and then we'll get you on a little bit later on.
So Farm Fresh Water specializes in rural water, and all of our people that work with us, our partners, have farms and bad water. So our logo is, we're not city people trying to solve a rural problem. We specialize only in rural water.
Okay, and we're here at Ag in Motion, and you've got the whole setup here, so if people want to stop by, please do so. We're in the agriculture or the livestock area. Okay, yeah. 620 CKRM, and now we're going to bounce it on over to Nick Catchmar.
620 CKRM on location.
Thanks, Gloria. Okay, you're coming into Ag in Motion today or tomorrow. Make sure one of your stops is booth 416 in the map, Class of America. Rick joining me again. And Rick, it's hard to know where to start. So much equipment on site.
Absolutely, but let's take a look at this combine right here. We've got the TerraTrack on there, so we're not doing any compaction to the ground there, and we got great flotation, traction going up some of those steep hills, and header control. So your header cut control is going to be fantastic. It's not bouncing around and everything like that. We've got the foldable auger up to 35 feet. Matter of fact, we've got combines all the way up to 780 horsepower. So, I mean, we can do anything and everything. As well, these machines are designed for small grains. They're not a corn machine converted to small grains. Designed for small grains, and they take it and they put it in the bin, saving you money.
Come see Rick and the whole gang here with Class of America. Again, that's booth number 416 at Ag in Motion.
620 CKRM on location.
Well, speaking of Ag in Motion, we're at McDougall Auctioneers. 6th Street is where you'll find them, and they have one of the biggest sales that they've ever had that will be closing on Wednesday, July the 23rd, the unreserved pre-harvest sale. I know a lot of farmers are thinking about harvest already. It's coming up on us fast, isn't it? Well, take a look at this sale. If you're in the market for brand new or almost like new combines, they've got a huge assortment of combines, but more than just that, they've got headers too, including a 2024 John Deere HD 45R hinged draper header with transport. Here's a 2022 John Deere flex draper header with transport. Maybe you're in the market for a new tractor. Here's a 2014 Case IH 600 quad track tractor. Just over 9,000 hours on that baby. Take a look at it at McDougallAuctions.com, and you can find them here at day number 2 of Ag in Motion on 6th Street.
Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion. Here's your hosts, Ryan Young and Doug Faulkner.
And welcome back to the program. The weather for day one of Ag in Motion was much better this year compared to last year when it reached 30 degrees. Show director Rob O'Connor felt the cool weather yesterday helped bring in a good crowd.
We had good crowds, I think just over 9,700 people on day one. Things went very smoothly.
I saw you driving around in the golf carts there, and while you were kind of driving around, what were some of the bigger takeaways?
Well, yesterday, I think the great thing for me personally was that we had some great visitors here. The Premier of Saskatchewan was here, Minister of Agriculture was here. Got to see some of the really impressive technology that's being launched here. Some of the great things in that drone area is there's some sprayers being showcased this year, and that I think is going to be a game changer for this business.
Awesome. And you mentioned the Premier being here. Did you have an opportunity to have a talk with him?
Yeah, I was very fortunate that I was able to show him different areas of the show, the livestock area, the grain handling area, International Business Center, those types of themed areas within the show, and had a great chat with him.
Awesome. And I want to ask you about the weather. Obviously, we have the smoke that's present. Do you think that's had any sort of factor on day one or not?
Well, I would say that the first hour of the first day was a little slower than we expected, but that did ramp back up probably around 11:30. I think people were waiting just to see how things would clear up. Didn't quite get here as early as maybe we had expected, but certainly by the end of the day, we still hit our target.
So on day two today, what can we expect?
Well, today is the day generally we get the largest crowds. We'll ramp up for about 15,000 people who come through the gates. Fantastic group of demonstrations and ride and drives. The farmers can come and jump in the cab of a sprayer or a tractor or a skid steer and try different models and see what they might want to take home for their farm. Lots of product launches today. Rocky Mountain Equipment has a big event unveiling some things. Lots of different innovations. There's over 30 companies that had an innovation in our competition. So lots of things here to see. And of course, there's all kinds of farmers here. So great social opportunity to meet with people like-minded who want to talk about the business and talk about their families.
Ag in Motion continues today and tomorrow. Up next on the program is Ag Review with Doug Faulkner. Stay tuned. Plenty more on the way after these messages.
Today's Ag Review with Doug Faulkner of GX94 is brought to you by Karst Holdings in Assiniboia and Schlamps Integra Tire in Grenfell, your locally owned Integra Tire dealers. And for Milligan Bio in Foam Lake, the leading buyer of heated and damaged canola in Saskatchewan wants to buy your seed. Visit milliganbio.com.
You know what they say about trust. Trust goes both ways. And hey, that doesn't just go for people. It goes for you and your vehicle too. If your vehicle seems to be telling you something's wrong, you have to trust that instinct. Visit your local Integra Tire dealer for all your car's mechanical service needs. You want tires you can trust from a dealer you can trust. Trust your locally owned Integra Tire dealers. Karst Holdings Assiniboia and Schlamps Tire Grenfell. Truly local.
Milligan Bio has a need for seed, and they want your heated and damaged canola today. Milligan Bio, a locally owned Canadian company based in Foam Lake, has space available for your canola and is accepting immediate delivery. Get that damaged canola out of your bins and put the cash in your pocket. Call Milligan Bio now at 272-6284. That's 272-6284 to arrange your delivery or on-farm pickup. MilliganBio.com.
Getting all the crops in during harvest is the ideal situation, but Mother Nature doesn't always cooperate. This harvest season, see the experts at Farmtronics. They're your one-stop destination for grain handling products for harvest, from grain and hay moisture testers to grain protein testers and scales. They also serve as baler, combine, and grain cart monitors. Farmtronics will have you ready for this year's harvest. Call 1-800-667-8001 or stop by 380 Henderson Drive.
Looking to sell farm machinery or heavy equipment? At Asset Link, they do more than auctions. They listen. Whether you want to consign or a full auction sale, they help you choose what's right for your bottom line. Born and raised right here in Saskatchewan, they understand the land, the market, and the people who make it run. So when it's time to sell, link up with the team that knows the prairies best. Selling 365 days a year. Asset Link. Prairie strong, customer focused. AssetLink.ca.
Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion. Here's your hosts, Ryan Young and Doug Falker.
It's time now for today's Ag Review. BASF is bringing a new canola hybrid, L355PC, to Western Canadian farmers for the 2026 growing season. They say the hybrid is ideal for areas where farmers may get summer rains and let the hybrid fill out to reach its full potential. L355PC features the most advanced disease resistance package in the Invigor lineup. This includes blackleg resistance, first-generation clubroot resistance, and a strong verticillium stripe performance ranking. The new hybrid performed in BASF's agronomic excellence trials in 2024. Those trials come after the breeding program and before other farmers and retailers can access the hybrid. Data from BASF showed L355PC achieved a yield of 51.2 bushels per acre. That's 2.5 bushels per acre more than the top-performing competitor hybrid. Farmers interested in learning more about L355PC can contact a local dealer or visit BASF's website. Findings of a new study suggests that Canadian prairie oat growers have got a good story to tell when it comes to the sustainability rating of the crops they grow. The Prairie Oat Growers Association, or POGA, points to research from the Global Institute for Food Security, or GIFS, at the University of Saskatchewan, which confirms that Western Canada is leading the world in low-emission sustainable oat production. The comparative carbon footprint study by GIFS analyzed oat and barley production across Canada and internationally and found that Western Canadian farmers produce oats with the lowest carbon intensity relative to other jurisdictions in the study. The study's carbon life cycle analysis followed globally recognized standards, and the findings are consistent with previous research on crops such as wheat, canola, peas, and lentils. The northern Manitoba town of Churchill will benefit from better shipping as the company operating a local port and rail line says it has increased freight capacity. Arctic Gateway Group says a second weekly way freight train has been added to bring goods to communities along the rail line, while a new dedicated critical mineral storage facility has been built at the port. The federal and provincial governments have invested millions of dollars in the rail line and port, securing a trade route through the Hudson Bay and the Arctic to overseas markets. Manitoba Premier Wab Kinew says the region could be a great route for the federal government's plan for nation-building infrastructure. The Federal Court of Appeal in Ottawa has reserved its decision on the fate of a herd of ostriches at a farm in Edgewood, BC, facing a cull order from the Canadian Food Inspection Agency over an avian flu outbreak. Justice Mary Gleeson says the three-judge panel will try to make its decision quickly on the case, which dates back to December. The agency ordered Universal Ostrich Farms to cull the birds after dozens died, and tests found them to be positive for a highly contagious strain of avian flu that had not been detected anywhere else in Canada. The farm's owners say they should have the right to test their animals independently, and held a concert last weekend on the property dubbed Farm Aid with several performers, including Freedom Convoy figure Tamara Leach. And Sask Ag Today is always available on podcast. Listen to past shows whenever you want. Find them easily by going to gx94radio.com. Also, you can hear the podcast on your Amazon Echo. Just enable the GX94 skill and choose Sask Ag Today. And yes, it's free. And that's the Ag Review segment of our program. Please stay tuned. Sask Ag Today will return to Ag in Motion in Saskatoon right after these messages.
This portion of Sask Ag Today is brought to you by Shorty Generators, the experts in farm generators. Bring power anywhere on your farm with Shorty Generators. ShortyGenerators.ca. And Kloss of America. Upgrading to Kloss just got easier with the Kloss Limited Inventory Sale. For a limited time, get financing as low as 0% on select tractors. Learn more at Kloss.com. That's CLAAS.com.
Howdy, Wood Country Woody here. My cousin, poor soul, has a stepsister whose stepmother has a best friend with a husband who is not what you'd call a handsome man. Worse, his dog is even less pretty than he is. Woo-wee! That mutt's hideous, tell you what. Name's Precious, and he's uglier than Uncle Bob's divorce. Crazy, weird, wiry whiskers, and his only one eye is crossed. He'd make a freight train take a dirt road just to avoid him. What I mean to say is this poor dog is the exact opposite of regal aluminum railings from Wood Country. These amazing railings are sweeter than a basket full of kittens. They're strong and stylish, the easiest way to beautify any deck. They also come with LED lighting options that allow you to change the color and mood at the touch of a button. Have a look at Regal aluminum railings before things get ugly. See Wood Country today.
Your home is your castle.
In McLean, Estevan, and Tisdale. Wood-country.com.
620 CKRM on location.
Hello, it's Gloria Evans, Ag in Motion, and we're located in the livestock handling area, lot number S11, and we've got Brian Tennant with us. Farm Fresh Water. Brian, your commercial stands out, and that's a very cool thing. Now, here's a chance for you to go off script and tell us a little bit more about your business.
Well, thanks. And our commercials are more geared at education than yelling out something. We focus on trying to solve problems on the farm, and I'm going to talk about dugouts today because that's something we specialize in. Dugouts are pretty hard to get right when it comes to water treatment, and our goal is we don't use any chemicals. So before we use chlorine, we don't use any chemicals in our dugout systems, and we make perfect water for the house with very little maintenance.
Perfect. And again, come and see us at Ag in Motion. Brian is here and more than happy to chat with you. For 620 CKRM, I'm Gloria Evans.
620 CKRM on location.
And good afternoon, Nick Katchmar with you again, also from Ag in Motion. Booth 416, located right along Manitoba Drive, Kloss of America. Brendan joining me. Good afternoon, Brendan.
Good afternoon.
So much to see here. Looking around, can't miss the equipment for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It stands out here. We're very excited with the lineup we have here today at the booth.
I know 2 seconds into meeting you, both of us were on top of the Alexion Combine there getting a picture. It's an awesome combine.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got that to showcase here today, and then we've got our tractor lineup. If we kind of look from our smaller to the larger, we've got the Arian, we've got the Axion, and then we've got our big Xerion there as well.
A little bit of everything here. Is there anything else you'd like to touch on, Brendan?
No, absolutely not. I would say come on down. If you're interested in farm equipment, if you've got something, if you're running something, come talk to us. We're here for you.
Again, that's booth 416. If you're coming to Ag in Motion today, tomorrow, make sure that one of your stops is with Kloss of America.
620 CKRM on location.
And a very good afternoon. It's Cody Glyden broadcasting from McDougall Auctions, 6th Street and Saskatchewan Drive here at Ag in Motion. And I got a sweet deal to tell you about because, well, it's for a suite. These are suite tickets at Mosaic Stadium for the July 25th Rider game. And this is going to be closing on Tuesday. You can bid on 2 tickets to a luxury suite. And this is the game against the Edmonton Elks. Proceeds benefit the Saskatchewan Roughriders Foundation. It includes access to suite amenities like appetizers and a cash bar before a premium game day experience. Take a look at that one. You're going to be helping out fellow Saskatchewanians when you bid on that one at McDougallAuctions.com, where they've got over 100,000 registered bidders. How about that? That's like half the size of Regina right there. Forget the rest. Go with the best. That's what they say, and that's what you're going to get with McDougall Auctioneers.
Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion. Here's your hosts, Ryan Young and Doug Faulkner.
And welcome back to the program. Bruce Burnett, a well-known market analyst working for Glacier Media, says despite some notably dry regions, overall crop potential looks good in Western Canada. However, the price outlook is not entirely rosy. Kevin Hirsch of SaskAgToday.com spoke with Bruce Burnett here at Ag in Motion.
When you look at our crop potential and where world crops are looking, what kind of price ramifications do you see? You seem to have a little bit of optimism on durum.
Yeah, well, certainly the durum is the most impacted by that drought in the south. So we're looking at smaller durum crop this year than last year. Demand has been good for durum. We've had a very strong export program. So again, I think it's positive for durum. Again, our price is going to shoot to the moon on durum. I don't think so, because we have a lot of competition in the world, but with some other countries, Mexico's out of the export market now this year. Bigger crops in Europe and North Africa, but again, that can lead to at least some stability in the durum market. The unfortunate part is for the wheat markets in general, we are going to be influenced a lot by the massive corn crop down south. So not only are we going to see feed grain imports of corn, but wheat prices are a little bit out of line right now with corn, and they will probably have to move lower in order to see to catch some market bid essentially from some of the international customers. Overall, we don't have a burdensome supply of wheat, so I don't think it's going to be. We're still going to maintain a significant premium to corn, but we're just going to be influenced by that lower corn price.
Your colleague here, Jerry Clausen, thought there'd probably be a lot of corn imported into Canada?
Yeah, certainly, I think. Again, the barley crop here is looking good. Again, mostly a central and northern crop. And yield potential looks good, so there's no shortage of barley, but it's just that corn's going to be so cheap coming in that it's going to displace some barley demand.
When you look at the canola market, and there we look at that politics and policy that really can affect prices, eh?
Yeah, no, most certainly. The fundamentals of the canola market are very positive. Looks like we're going to have a smaller crop because of the lower area we planted. Yields probably similar to the same as last year. So, and we've seen very strong export demand for canola. So that's positive. On the negative side, though, is that a lot of the export demand came from China, and they are still in that threatening tariff phase, as well as you have the U.S. potential for U.S. tariffs, especially on soybean oil, which would impact our local crush demand here in Western Canada. So a couple of things that could throw a fly into the ointment, but generally speaking, canola markets should be at least at the current levels, if not higher, just given the supply situation that we have this year.
Bruce Burnett and his colleague Jerry Clausen are giving daily presentations at the Glacier Media booth here at Ag in Motion. And stay tuned, there's plenty more of Sask Ag Today here at Ag in Motion. We'll be back right after these messages.
The market update is brought to you by Kloss of America. Want super low financing on a Kloss Lexion 8600 combine with a Convio flex head? Check out klosssavings.ca.
Imagine designing water treatment equipment that takes very little maintenance and input costs. Well, I'm Brian Tennant with Farm Fresh Water. We live on a farm. When we designed our reverse osmosis systems, we took into consideration everything we could to have the least amount of input cost after we install a unit. We like it like that on our farm, and our customers appreciate that on their farm. See us at farmfreshwater.ca.
Shepherd Realty in Regina has just listed for sale a great block of 33 quarter sections close to the South Saskatchewan River in the Scepter Sask area. This mixed operation is available for the 2026 growing and grazing season. This well farmland is mainly good producing Ardell clay loam soil, abundant water supply, and over 62,000 bushels of grain storage. To learn more about this rare opportunity, contact Harry, Devitt, or Justin today. 352-1866, shepherdrealty.ca.
Hey, this is Levon from Johnson's Grain out of Calgary, Walden, and Maple Creek. Today, Johnson's brings you price transparency on all the markets, whether it's flax, wheat, barley, oats, canola, lentils, peas, you name it. And we start that with the Johnson's Daily, where we report daily trades, as well as the bids that we see throughout the market. Moving on to our trading platform, Johnson's Connected, where you can place targets on anything you like, and the targets will go to all of our trading partners, and that way you're not stuck with one company. Additionally, Johnson's will save you $20 to $25 an acre on the farm, whether it's through crop inputs or soil remediation. We have it all. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call at 1-800-324-7778. That's 1-800-324-7778.
Passive liquid systems. Expect the best. When you stop to fill the sprayer, are you still fighting chem pumps, handling product twice with meters that don't meter, and thinking, wow, this sucks? The problem with your current tender trailer isn't that it sucks, it's that it doesn't. The Pattison Liquid Systems Inductor Flex won't leave you standing around holding your hose. The Flex is fast, accurate, and easy to use. Ask a neighbor who has one. It really sucks.
Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion. Here's your hosts, Ryan Young and Doug Faulkner.
Welcome back, and a look at the grain prices at Viterra now. They're mostly down in early trading today. Durum is down $3.68 to $332.87. Canola is down $7.90 to $627.32. And one red spring wheat is up 21 cents to $266.57. And the rest remain unchanged. Feed barley $228.59, chickpeas $683.43, flax $691.04, lentils $637.50, oats at $207, yellow peas $320.38, and feed wheat at $194.58. On the Minneapolis Grain Exchange, the September hard red spring wheat contract is down 0.75 cents to $6.50 cents a bushel.
As for the ICE futures canola markets today, November canola closed at $676 per metric ton, down $14.80. January canola closed at $684.90, down $14 even. September Minneapolis wheat closed at $5.99.5. That's down 1 3/4 cents. September Kansas City wheat closed at $5.22 3/4, down 1 cent. September Chicago wheat closed at $5.41 1/4, up 3 1/4 cents. September corn closed at $4.05 1/4, up 4 cents. September soybeans closed at $10.05 3/4, up 18 1/2 cents. September oats closed at $3.72 1/4, up 6 1/4 cents. And that's the commodities update. Please stay tuned. Sask Ag Today will continue from Ag in Motion near Saskatoon right after this.
The livestock quotes are brought to you by the Weyburn Livestock Auction. Call Weyburn Livestock at 842-4574.
Rooted in tradition, leading in innovation, McDougall Auctioneers is your first choice for farm auctions. Hi, this is Roddy McChesney. At McDougall Auctioneers, we understand that selling your farm equipment is more than just business. It's about peace of mind. That's why we offer a unique guarantee, a minimum value for your auction, ensuring you sell with confidence and comfort. Our promise is your security. Choose McDougall Auctioneers, where your satisfaction is not just expected, it's guaranteed. McDougallAuction.com.
It's summer, and Core Grain has your grain storage solutions ready to install before harvest. Built tough and on time, their bins keep your grain safe and secure. Book today and harvest with peace of mind. Don't wait until it's too late. Affordable, efficient, and just what your farm needs. Proudly serving Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Call them now at 866-812-1622 or visit coregrain.ca. Core Grain, doing the right thing for your farm.
Introducing the next generation of the RCH Hydro Mower from Highline, now more compact with exceptional maneuverability. Equipped with a unique hydraulic drive system, the RCH mower offers minimal maintenance, longer blade life, and increased cutting efficiency. With piston-style motors and a low pull-point hitch, you'll experience better flotation and smoother performance. Ready to cut smarter? Available at Young's Equipment, your local Case IH and Highline dealer. Visit youngs.ca and experience the Highline RCH mower today. Highline, designed with purpose.
It's time to take your harrowing to the next level with the Strawmaster Plus series of heavy harrows from Degelman Industries. Available in 4, 5, and 7-row configurations, the Strawmaster Plus can be customized to match your specific needs. Featuring robust 10x10 wing beams, reconfigured cylinders, and our legendary carbide Endura tip tines. When you add up all those features, you'll understand why it's called the Strawmaster Plus. Contact your local Degelman dealer or visit Degelman.com for more information. Degelman, engineered tough.
So, how big is yours?
5 inches.
That's about average. How'd you like 6 inches?
6 inches?
6 inches? That would be a big improvement.
A 6-inch package from Prairie 6-inch eaves trough is made specifically for your farm building. 6-inch eaves troughs are more durable and efficient during storms. They're family owned and operated, so you'll get an honest installation at a fair price. Prairie 6-inch eaves trough, your farm shop specialist. Call 570-6415.
Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion. Here's your hosts, Ryan Young and Doug Faulkner.
And welcome back to the program. It's time now for a look at the livestock quotes, and here are the latest from the Weyburn Livestock Exchange.
This is the market report for the Weyburn Livestock Exchange for the week of July 15th. Our last regular sale was on July 9th. D1 and D2 cows sold from $2.15 to $2.30. D3 cows sold from $1.95 to $2.15. Counter cows sold from 85 cents to $1. Heiferettes sold from $2.90 to $3.40. And good butcher bulls sold from $2.25 to $2.65. We had a handful of steers and heifers at this sale. Steers, 800 to 900 pounds, averaged $3.57 and sold up to $4.01. And good heifers over 900 pounds averaged $3.41 and sold up to $3.62. This has been Stephanie Daig reporting from the Weyburn Livestock Exchange, the market that gets cattle and the prices too.
And the latest pork prices from the Brandon and Moose Jaw plants are up $2.11 to $254.71 per CKG.
U.S. live cattle futures for August closed at $223.90 today. That's up $1.50. October live cattle closed at $220.75, up $1.47. August feeder cattle closed at $325.57, up $3.30. September feeder cattle closed at $325.85, up $3.47. August lean hogs closed at $104.42, up $50. October lean hogs closed at $88.70, up $122. And that's the livestock market conditions. Please stay tuned. Sask Ag Today will return from Ag in Motion right after these messages.
This portion of Sask Ag Today is brought to you by McDougall Auctioneers, where you're guaranteed the best buying and selling experience. McDougallAuction.com. And Pattison Liquid Systems, experts in liquid fertilizer distribution. Fertilizer's just better when it's wetter. Pattison Liquid Systems, expect the best. And Nelson GM in Assiniboia and Avonlea. Looking for the perfect vehicle? They'll find a match that exactly fits your agriculture lifestyle. Proudly serving southern Saskatchewan for over 60 years.
This is Roy Rutledge at the Weyburn Livestock Exchange. We had a cattle sale here in Weyburn this Wednesday. Stephanie will have the results in her report. The next cattle sale here in Weyburn is on Wednesday, July 30th. This will be a regular sale of cull cows and cull bulls, some yearlings. If you have cattle to market at this time of year, this will be the sale to bring them to. Just call the Weyburn Livestock Exchange to get them booked in at 842-4574. The cattle market is still strong, and we still have sales all summer long for your convenience. No auction market makes money in the summertime, including us. Some shut down for the summer to minimize their losses, and I don't blame them. But we keep going to provide a service with the expectation that if we are here for you all summer, you'll be here for us come fall. Thanks for your business. Weyburn Livestock, 842-4574.
Bidding is now open for the timed online farm equipment auction for Hayco Farms and Johan and Annette Kukamore of Belcaris, Saskatchewan. Register to bid at macauctioncompany.com. Equipment is showroom condition. 2017 Versatile 4-wheel drive tractor, Case IH Patriot 4420 sprayer, Case 9230 and 8010 combines, 2 Timothy grain trailers, JCB backhoe, plus a ton of grain storage. Bidding closes this Sunday, July 20th at 10 a.m.
Upgrading to Claas just got easier with the Claas limited inventory sale. For a limited time, get financing as low as 0% on select tractors. Learn more at claas.com. CLAAS.com.
Code GREEN25. With PlayNow.com, make any $10 sports bet using the code GREEN25 and get a $20 free sports bet. Say you bet $10 on baseball. Use the code GREEN25 and get a free $20 bet to put on the green and white. Or bet $10 on golf and get a free $20 bet to put on tennis. Restrictions apply. Details at playnow.com. Must be 18 plus. Use your game sense.
Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion. Here's your hosts, Ryan Young and Doug Faulkner.
And welcome back. On Monday night, exhibitors gathered in Saskatoon for the presentation of the Ag Innovation Awards. There were 3 finalists in each of the 5 categories: agronomics, ag tech, business solutions, environmental sustainability, and equipment. A panel of 8 judges selected the winner in each category. The agronomics award went to ATP Nutrition. Its product, Synergro G3, is a shelf-stable, granular biostimulant powered by microbial metabolites, if I pronounce that correctly. The Innovation Award for Ag Tech went to Fiber Manufacturing in Crystal City, Manitoba for its Dash drone carrier. Fiber Director of Sales Steve Froese says it allows farmers and agribusinesses to become more efficient using drones for spraying. The Fiber Manufacturing booth is located on 4th Street, booth number 424. The Innovation Award for Business Solutions was given to AGI3 Risk Services. It has modeling to price crop yield risk in real time. Another product called Forward Project insures growers against the risk of forward contracting canola and spring wheat, protecting them if yields fall short and prices rise. The Innovation Award for Environmental Sustainability went to Green Lightning and Nitro. It uses electricity to pull nitrogen out of the air and fixes it to the water. The Green Lightning booth is at the corner of 4th and Alberta. The Equipment Innovation Award went to Thunderstruck Ag Equipment for the Razor's Edge Concave. It reduces crop damage and eliminates the need for cover plates on the combine. Producers are encouraged to check out all 5 Innovation Award winners and then vote for the Farmer Choice Award, which will be announced next week. Again, Ag in Motion continues today and tomorrow. We'll take another break, but more of Sask Ag Today to come after these messages.
This segment of Sask Ag Today is brought to you by Degelman Industries. Look to Degelman for the most reliable, dependable, engineered tough equipment on the market. And Prairie 6-inch eaves trough. Size matters. So see Prairie 6-inch eaves trough, your farm shop specialist. PrairieEavesTrough.ca.
Upgrading to Claas just got easier with the Claas limited inventory sale. For a limited time, get financing as low as 0% on select tractors. Learn more at claas.com. CLAAS.com.
Bidding is now open for the timed online farm equipment auction for Hayco Farms and Johan and Annette Kukamore of Belcaris, Saskatchewan. Register to bid at macauctioncompany.com. Equipment is showroom condition. 2017 Versatile 4-wheel drive tractor, Case IH Patriot 4420 sprayer, Case 9230 and 8010 combines, 2 Timothy grain trailers, JCB backhoe, plus a ton of grain storage. Bidding closes this Sunday, July 20th at 10 a.m.
Farmers, unlock new markets for your flax with Schooler. They buy flax year-round and are bidding and buying brown and golden flax seed in your area. Schooler provides access to global markets, connecting local producers to opportunities in the feed, food, and crush industries at their state-of-the-art flax processing facility in Richardson. With over 280,000 bushels of storage and 3 lines dedicated to flax, Schooler cleans and processes a reliable supply of flax ingredients. Contact a Schooler originator for current flax bids at 306-986-2175.
If you're going to upgrade to a new combine, don't take half measures. Go all the way with this limited time offer on the Claas Lexion 8600 Combine and the Convio Flex Draper Header. Now through July 31st, get 3.45% financing for 24 months when you purchase both together. An unbeatable deal that delivers big savings, legendary Claas performance, and lower cost of ownership. But hurry, inventory is limited. Contact your Claas dealer or visit claassavings.ca. That's CLAAS savings.ca. Offer valid in Canada only.
Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion. Here's your hosts, Ryan Young and Doug Faulkner.
Welcome back to Sask Ag Today. And of course, there's a number of events just about to get underway here at Ag in Motion near Langham. It's the Off the Beaten Path Tour that'll be leaving from booth number 706 at 1 o'clock, which is just right around the corner. Also at 1 o'clock, it's the livestock handling demonstration at the cattle pen. Then at 1:30, drone demonstrations for small craft at the drone demonstration field. 2 o'clock, stock dog demonstration at the Livestock Central Outdoor Arena. Also at 2 o'clock, livestock happy hour and speaker series. That's at the Watering Hole and Livestock Event Center. And finally at 3 o'clock this afternoon, it's the antique tractor pull coming up as well. And of course, the gates will open again at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Now it's time. We will be back from Sask Ag Today at Langham right after these messages.
The Resource Report is brought to you by Core Grain Systems, your trusted supplier of Western Canadian grain storage. From grain bins to handling to conditioning, visit coregrain.com, doing the right thing for your farm.
Two-Way Service, your Ford dealer in Southie, continue to have big-time deals going on for their 2024 clear-out. Save $10,000 on the last 2024 Bronco Sport. Save $8,000 on the last 2024 Ford Escape. Save $4,500 on the last 2024 Ranger. And check out our great selection of 2025s with savings up to $10,000. Plus, get a trip for two to Vegas with every purchase. Two-Way Service in Southie. Take the short drive to Southie now. You'll be glad you did. TwoWayService.com.
The annual Gateway Festival, July 25th to 27th, bringing great musical acts to southern Saskatchewan, featuring Washboard Union,
It's that hometown feeling, back screaming, riding those streets that you've always known.
Nice Horse, Jake Vaudeland, and more than 20 others. Plus a parade, car show, food trucks, children's activities, and camping. The annual Gateway Festival, July 25th to 27th in Bengoff. Tickets and more info at gatewayfestival.com.
Saskatchewan Fish and Wildlife Development Fund lands are managed to provide the best possible wildlife habitat for the greatest number of species. These lands are not reserves or sanctuaries and can be used by anyone for hiking, bird watching, and hunting. However, vehicles are only permitted to access for the retrieval of legally harvested big game animals. If you are aware of any abuse to Fish and Wildlife Development Fund lands, call the toll-free Turn-In Poachers line or pound 5555 from a SaskTel cell phone. Find Sask Tip on YouTube and Facebook.
Sask Ag Today, live from Ag in Motion. Here's your hosts, Ryan Young and Doug Faulkner.
And welcome back to the program here. We're here live at Ag in Motion at the Discovery Farm site near Langham, Saskatchewan, just a short drive northwest out of Saskatoon. It is day 2 today, and Doug, the weather has been cooperating once again, and would you say it's less smoky or about the same?
I think it's actually less smoky today than it was yesterday, so getting a good crowd here, and hopefully we'll get a few more here before the gates close at 4:30.
Absolutely. We're getting a little bit more foot traffic and golf cart traffic compared to yesterday, and as we heard on the show from Rob O'Connor, today is typically the busiest day out of the 3 here at Ag in Motion. And on that note, we're going to wrap things up here on behalf of Doug Faulkner. I'm Ryan Young here at Ag in Motion. Have a nice day.
Thanks for tuning in to Sask Ag Today with Ryan Young. If you missed any of the broadcast, listen to our podcast on saskagtoday.com. Sask Ag Today, following the 12 o'clock news on your voice of everything ag. 620 CKRM. We are the voice of Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM Regina, a Harvard Media.